All right, you guys, welcome to our Thursday morning virtual coffee. We're so excited to see all of you guys here. For those of you, first of all, who do not have your cameras on, please turn them on. As long as you are appropriately clothed and you are not driving. We want you to be safe if you're driving. But other than that, we don't care about hair and makeup and whether you're eating breakfast, anything like that. We don't care about that. We're about building relationships here. And we have something really exciting to share with you this morning. So um, Ray is my partner in crime here. And he's actually going to run the show this morning because I'm headed off to the Housing and Building Association for a meeting there. But you are in the best possible hands. So Ray, it's all yours. Take it away.
Drive safe, Debbie. Thank you. Hey guys, good morning. Thanks for joining us. We're about 73 deep at the moment. We may have a few more trickle in. Today we have a special guest, one of our strategic partners that we're bringing to you guys. His name is Lance Custon. He's the founder of Realty.com and has an amazing history of building disruptive, innovative companies with technology. And today we're going to talk about what he's done inside the real estate space. Lance, where are you, buddy? I want you to say hi to everybody. Give us a elevator pitch.
I am here. Good morning, guys. Hope everything's going well. I'm Lance Custon. I am the founder and CEO at Realty.com. I'm a realtor myself. I started as a realtor, but before that, I was in the tech space. I was a CEO of a company called HostGator.com. We hosted about 7 million websites and sold it for about $300 million in 2012 to the Endurance International Group. After that, I became a realtor, got a team, joined a brokerage, and I realized there's got to be better platforms out there for getting leads, getting coaching, getting nurtured, all that great stuff. And I ended up buying the company Realty.com and from gutting it from the inside out, and built a platform based on exclusivity, success, coaching, and all that good stuff. So there's a little elevator pitch, Ray.
I love it. It's perfect. Thanks, Lance. Guys, we also have some of Realty.com's team on here. I think Adam's with us this morning, so he'll be in the chat answering questions, dropping links, all that kind of good stuff. So what I'd like to do is, if you're first time here, we do training, we bring on special guests, we do networking events, we do breakout rooms, we do all sorts of different stuff here. If you are not subscribed to the newsletter, please make sure you are. I'll drop the link here in a minute to make sure that you're able to do that. And you'll see we send out the newsletter 2 or 3 times a week. We have about 165,000 subscribers, and we have all the special events listed. We have all the invite leaks listed. We try to promote within a couple of weeks. Sometimes we have opportunities and we just take them and show up here. So keep an eye on your email. Coming from somebody who does not do a good job of that. What I'd like to do is, Lance, I'd like to talk a little bit about lead generation in the real estate space. And then we're going to do a tour of the platform and talk about the opportunities that Realty.com has. What were the holes that you saw when you first started that you decided there has to be a better way?
Basically, a good way to put it is it wasn't holes. It was just more basically loyalty. You buy a lead from any of the other platforms, the lead's sold to multiple different people, or it's thousands of dollars, or it's a lead that has been it's from someone else, from a database that hasn't been nurtured. And what I was looking for was live leads, people on a website, people ready to go, people that are they're a good way to put it. They're on a website looking at a home, looking for a loan, looking to sell their home, looking for a cash offer, just something built around loyalty and urgency.
So knowing that, and knowing that, the buzzword in any Facebook group and any newsletter is leads. Everybody wants more leads. We can give
Correct.
people a ton of leads, but often the conversion is low or the quality of lead isn't good. Can you just talk about that word and what that word actually means to you? What does a lead mean to you?
A lead is somebody that's somewhere in the funnel. And a lot of people think of when you get a lead, it's someone that's like ready to get in the car, ready to go, ready to do all that good stuff. That's not what a lead is. In this world, if you buy a lead from anywhere else but Zillow, who's $1,000 to $2,000 a lead, or they take 40% of your commission, you got to think about it like this. If you get 100 leads from any source, from me, from Realtor, from any of the other big guys, from Facebook, Google, wherever you get it. 100 of those leads, 60 of them are complete BS. 30 of them are somewhere far out in the funnel. 10 of them are good. On a good platform, if you work them right, between 6 to 9 months, you'll close 3 to 5. On a bad platform, you'll close 0 to 1. If you just do accountability and you do coaching, you go for that 3 to 5 mark. Now, if the lead costs you at 1%, if you pay your bill for those 100 leads, you're not doing so bad. And that's kind of how we price our product.
All right, so guys, I'm going to ask for some volunteers here. Who has a lead generation challenge right now? Raise your hand. Who's challenged with getting leads? Okay, awesome. Let's talk about it. Amber, I see your hand up. Do you want to talk about your lead generation challenge? You want to go first?
Sure. I seem to accidentally be building quite the brokerage all of a sudden. I have been self-employed and loving it for the past year, and just kind of been working off of my sphere of influence and pretty much just coasting, honestly. But I have 4 agents that are going to be joining me with the potential for a 5th and 6th within the next few months. And I need to be able to provide them leads, and I need to be able to have consistent income coming off of their leads to be able to focus on mentoring these new agents, because that's what they're hiring me for. And so I need to figure out how to have a regular lead source. And that's what I'm looking for.
So,
okay, so
Amber,
Lance, do you want to run with that and talk about real solutions?
we'll talk to, Amber. So the biggest thing you got to understand is that the only person that's going to work the leads the hardest is you, because you've got the skin in the game. You've got the accountability. It's your money being invested into these leads. And when you hand leads off to agents, you got to hold them accountable, and they got to be responsible. So let's say you buy 100 leads. One agent can't work 50 leads. The most the agent should be working is somewhere between 10 and 12 leads per person. And then once a lead is no longer responding, or they're far out in the funnel, they give that lead back to you so you can continue nurturing in your database, and then you give them a new one. And then hopefully, if they're working 10 to 12, they close a few of those. And then once they start closing them, you give them more and more. And when the agents are hungry, they're going to work it. They're going to call it 10 times. They're going to do the 10 days of pain. They're going to do all that good stuff. And we even have an ISA team here, and Amber. And what that means is that we'll call your leads for you. And when we get someone hot and ready to go, we'll blast your entire team. They pick up the phone. The first person to press 1 gets the lead. So, because originally when we first started doing ISA, we call a team of 10 and we get 100 voicemails. Everyone just hit ignore, ignore, ignore. Now we do something called Whisper, where you press 1 to accept the lead, and the person who accepts it first gets the lead first. So we do that to help you out. But the real thing you got to do, don't overload your agents with too many leads. Stay localized in your area. And then after staying localized in your area, make sure that your agents want buyers and seller leads. We're going super seller heavy right now, but buyers still need agents. Buyers still need help. And, I believe our leads, some of them are a little more up the funnel, and that's a good thing, because it gives you a chance to get that buyer broker agreement signed early on to lock that customer to you.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. And I am honestly much more interested in seller leads at this point, just because my market is very buyer saturated. So the buyer leads are kind of coming into me organically right now. So I don't
Right.
really, that's one of the reasons why we're not currently working with Zillow, because they do provide a substantial amount of buyer leads, and it's obviously no fun to slog through them and get them all prepared. But we have plenty of buyers. So the fact that you're more seller centric is actually a huge plus to me.
Yeah, we have 2 types of way we do it. We have you can buy an exclusive city with us, and that comes with the entire package. Buyers, sellers, you own the city, you can market the city as yours, or you can buy a listing only package from us. So those are the 2 packages that we have. So, and then those listing leads are looking for cash offers. That's the other thing. How many agents do we have in here? We have 89 agents in here. So basically, these days, if you call someone up and you say, hey, I'm going to put on my support jacket, I'm coming to your house, I'm going to bring you a listing agreement, I'm going to put it in a cute little folder, I'm going to tell you how much you can get for your house. The odds are that client's going to hang up on you or slam the door in your face. What they're looking for today is alternative ways to sell their home. They want an instant offer. They want an investor offer. They need to do a little bit of work to their house, and the leads we provide, the way we get them is we can spend $100,000 and say, list your home with a realty.com agent. No one's going to click it. The way we've learned is we give them a cash offer, and for 50% of America, we provide a cash offer from Homeward. We're partnered with them with the lead. You give them a cash offer. If the home's 500,000, you give them a cash offer for 420. At least you have something of substance to give them. You get in the house, you have a conversation with them, and then you say, well, why don't we just put this on the market and go for 500? So that's the big thing. Listing leads, you got to review today, are not the same leads they were 10 years ago. People are not looking to just list a house with any random agent. People are looking for alternative offers and alternative ways to sell their home. But at the end of the day, a traditional listing is still the best way to maximize value.
Lance, can we touch on exclusivity, why we're here, and the difference between what you and your team have built versus what people are used to seeing?
Yeah, I'll show Boca, since that's where I am right now. Let me share a screen real quick. But let me see. Do I have permission to screen share? I do.
Yeah, you're good to go. You
Yep.
should be good.
Yep. Okay. So I'll screen real quick, and I'll start at realty.com's homepage. How it is you take a look at this, it looks like any other national portal, and basically with it being any other national portal, we have all the listings. We're broker in all 50 states. We're a member of hundreds of MLSs. And here, if you search Boca Raton here, or actually I searched Fort Lauderdale because I decided to click my mouse. But if you search Boca Raton, you could see myself as the exclusive agent. And what that means is my agent and lender are partnered together. I can run ads on TV and say I'm the realty.com agent here in Boca Raton. And every single listing on Boca Raton, when people inquire, because the city is my IDX website, it goes to me as the agent. So they can do a showing request. It goes to me. They can favorite, it goes to me. They can, here's my cell phone number directly on here, because we guarantee a minimum number of leads, but no maximum amount of leads. So we allow the agents to display their personal email address and their cell number. But let's say we're not looking in Boca Raton. Let's say we want to jump over to, say, Orlando. And up in Orlando, we're partnered with Veronica Figueroa. She owns the city of Orlando with us. She is the exclusive agent. So what that means is it's one agent per city for every city in America. And the great thing is we still have 20,000 cities available. So a lot of the big cities we partner with an agent in, but a lot of the smaller cities we still have availability. So if you look, let's say Houston, Texas, out in Houston, we're working with Trisha Turner, who's one of Real's larger agents. So, or if you look at Salt Lake City, and to the consumer, it basically looks like one large portal, one group of top agents. And the consumer gets the impression I'm working with an exclusive realty.com agent. I start with one agent, I end with one agent. So, and then if they're looking, say, their home value up, and this is how a lot of the seller leads are generated. They kind of come through here, they type in a random address, and when they type in the random address, it gives them a home value. Usually we have multiples, gives them the nosy neighbor, the comparable nearby sales, comparable nearby listings, the walk score, all that rich stuff. And then if they want to sell their home, they click here. They click, are they working with an agent, or when you're looking to basically sell that home. Additionally, if they're looking for the cash offer, which is kind of our bread and butter, they come to a site like this, realty.com/cash, and it says ready, set, sold. So they click what type of home they have. So single family, when they're looking to sell, the reason they're doing it. These are great because you get ones that say financial hardship or downsizing or relocating or divorce. Divorce ones are a little tricky. We all know that. And then they come in if it's owner occupied or tenant occupied. And then they say if you're behind on your mortgage or not. We're starting to see more and more of these now. And then they click in their home address here, and then basically what they believe their home is worth, and then if they're working with a realtor or not, and it creates it, and you get that as a cash offer lead. After it creates a cash offer lead, it goes into our system, and then with it going into our system, either you call it or we call it, and then I'll show you real quick. These are some of our live transfers from today, and we can look at this seller transfer right here. This one came in on September 4th at 9:26 p.m. It received a $522,000 cash offer. This is one of our customers' actual leads. And then we spoke to it at 9:55 a.m. So 12 hours later, when we were able to call, we called and we transferred it directly to this agent. So this is Bob Allen is our customer. Rick on his team ended up getting the call. So I can't go too into these because these are customer leads, but this does give you an idea I just picked up the latest warm transfer from one of our customers. Here's one. Here's another one. Here's a buyer here. This buyer came in, looked at a bunch of homes. They came in at 10:01 a.m. and then we transferred it by 10:09 a.m. We got a decent amount of information, what they're looking for, city they're in. This is Jay had it, but it went to Julie on his team. So yeah, it just continues to go over and just gives you an idea kind of what we're doing. And these are live transfers in the last 20, 30 minutes I jumped into. So I'll hand it back to you, Ray.
I love it, Lance. Thanks for sharing. I'm going to go ahead and stop your screen share real quick. And Amber, I see your hand up again. Let's get back to you, and then we'll move on to a couple other things I have in mind.
I was just wondering about your source for a lot of that seller information when the seller goes on and types in what they want and what they need for the source. Good Lord, I'm sorry, it's early here. What is your source for the home information that the seller finds? I ask that because I am in one of the few states that is a non-disclosure state, and that makes accessing this kind of data kind of difficult here.
What do you mean by source?
Where do you get the information about the previous sales and what you use to create that automated value that the seller's looking for?
What state are you in?
I'm in Montana.
Montana. If it by state, we display what we can display. In some states, we don't display it. So,
Is there any way you could show me what a lead in Montana might look like?
Not quickly. So not quickly is a good way to say it.
Fair enough.
I'd have to go search for it.
That's fine. We can talk later.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amber, we'll set that up.
Yeah, but comparable nearby sales, even non-disclosure, you should be able to pull that from the MLS. And, the lead comes through in a very organic way. So once you get the lead, they give you name, email, phone number, and home address. You can provide them with that you're the gatekeeper of that information in Montana. So you get to bring them that value.
Yes, but my question would be that if they come onto the website to get that data and you guys don't have access to that data, there's a lot of people, especially in Montana, because we have a large aging population as well, that just will kind of give up and move on or move back to Zillow if they even made it to your website.
Let me take, I might have something here. I was just looking around. Yeah, I got one. I'm going to share my screen again. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So this one, this is what you'd see in Montana. This is lead. They registered right here at 2:33. And then basically they said this is the information they give. No occupancy, 1 month, single family home. And then if we look at this address on the AVM, let me take a look here. I'm just jumping around, so it's not going to be that smooth. They look at the address here. Let's see what they saw. So they were able to see property tax history, their parcel number. They were able to see not as much. So, and they did inquire for more. So that's why. So you can see the information in Montana is a little bit more limited. So
it is, but there's still quite a bit of data there. So that was my concern, was if they would be able to see really even anything. And there's plenty still to wet their whistle to get them to reach out to an agent. So thank you for showing.
Yep, this one's got ADAM estimate, public records estimate. This one's got, value history. Here's your value history. You can do a data view and a regular view. This one's got the market history. It's got the walk score still attached. So there's still a decent amount of data here to bring. And then here, I want to sell my home. Are you working with an agent? Your timeline, all that good stuff.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah. And then if we have a large customer in Montana where we need to enrich this data a little more, I'm sure there's stuff that we can also play with.
Thanks, Amber. Thanks, Lance. Lance, I want to go to 2 things. Number one, you mentioned that it's also like your IDX website. I want to talk about that. Then I want to talk about traffic and the amount of traffic that actually comes to that website. Can we touch on the IDX first?
Yeah, so each city is an IDX website. So basically what that means is that we market realty as a whole. So whether we run ads on Hulu or YouTube or Google, or eventually we're going to be doing TV and billboards and, you know, a lot of connected TV. Everything we do, you view the city as your own IDX individual website. And then we just continue to push traffic through it. So the more agents we get on the platform, the better, because that just creates more and more engagement.
Okay, got it. I look at traffic as inbound and outbound, right? Same as driving. So realty.com has become an authority and been a massive platform to attract people to it. Can we talk about that and some of the things that you guys do that's different than what other people do to bring people to the platform?
Yeah, we do everything possible. Back at HostGator, we did something called affiliate and publisher marketing. So we work with other websites to bring people to realty.com in just in a greater way than PPC and SEM. You know, we have a network of domains that we also partner with to bring traffic to realty.com. And then we're just really good on the SEO side. On the SEO side, you know, we've got between Google and Bing about 30 million indexed keywords. And you might not be able to just type in homes for sale in your city and see us, but when you have 30 million, we go for the unique long tail keywords. And, you know, you type in realty, we're the #1 link. You type in my name, it goes directly to my pro membership. And we go for a lot of specialized stuff, because if you figure, yeah, I don't need to compete with Zillow because I'm one agent per city. I just need to be able to move 1% of the traffic from another source to me.
Okay, so guys, let's take a break real quick here. Who has questions? Anybody have questions on what we've covered so far? Nobody? All right. Well, we will share some success stories. So recently, we've been working on this with Lance and his crew for a while. Recently, we got 70 agents live and did an actual training on what we were covering, how we were doing. Within 5 days of profiles being turned on and being used, 3 of those agents received leads. 2 of them were sellers with 7-figure listings. 1 of them was a buyer with a 7-figure buy price. Lance, I want to talk about that because to us, with the normal stuff that we see out there in the marketplace, that's unusual. Why? Why is that happening? Why are we seeing success fast?
So some people are ready to go. Interest rates dropped a little is a good way to put it. And then on top of interest rates dropping, it's unique cases. It's basically, you know, I can't promise you you're going to convert a deal overnight, but I can promise you you're going to get people that want to talk to you and want to, you know, want to see what their home is worth. They want to take a look what basically you know, they're looking to buy, what the interest rate is, get them with a lender, all that good stuff. And it's just engagement. And there's a lot of these areas, if your city's available, that means that we've probably got people that we've been just sending out to random places and they're ready to get warmed up and they're ready to work with you. So
I love it. Lance, why do people fail at lead generation? Like, just in your opinion, why do people fail at lead generation?
they give up.
So we've talked about this before. We've talked about the 9-month pipeline. Can you tell us a little bit about that and where that comes from?
Yes. So real quick, I saw a question in there that said my MLS does not allow IDX sites for individual agents, only brokers. Is that unusual? We're MLS compliant in all 50. And then on top of that, just to answer your question, if they don't allow an IDX site for an individual, we can display our broker and then still give you all the leads and the exposure. I just want to answer that question because I see some people reply to that question too.
Okay.
So
awesome.
All right. But Ray, one more time, what was that question?
Why do people fail at lead generation? Or sorry, the 9-month pipeline. Like, we talk about this a lot, you and I.
Yeah, they give up too early. Like if you think you're gonna get a lead, call it once, they're gonna pick up and you're gonna go put them in the car, you're wrong. You shouldn't buy any lead product ever if you think that's the truth. What you really need to think about is that to get a lead on the phone, it takes usually 7 times to connect to 50% of leads. So you got to try 7 times to connect to 50%. And then on top of that, usually from a closed deal to when it begins to move it up the funnel, it's 38 attempts. So you usually have 38 attempts to actually get a deal closed. And most of the time, agents will call lead once or twice. And this was me. When I first started buying lead, I was with Kai's down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And when I first started buying leads, I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to spend 50 grand on leads. It's going to be great. I get a lead, I call it, they wouldn't pick up. I go I throw my phone, be like, "What, this guy has a pickup? Screw him." And then someone's like, "Why don't you call him again?" I'm like, "I called him once. He didn't pick up. Who cares?" So now you got to send video messages. You got to send text messages. I stress using an iPhone. Anyone using an iPhone, people can tell who uses an iPhone. So if you're iMessage to iMessage, they know you're a real person. So if you're using an Android and you're messaging someone on Android, nobody cares. But if you're using an iPhone, it makes it so these people see you're the real person. It says delivered. You can see what they're typing. You have read receipts, all that good stuff. But you just got to be able to have the patience to connect with these agents. And the agents have, sorry, let me read that. The agents need to have the patience to connect with the customers. People are at work. People are at school. People are basically picking up their kids. They're at the supermarket. You just got to catch people at the right time. And if they inquired on a website, they have some type of interest.
Does anyone know of live transfer leads?
Was that?
It's called live transfer leads. Instead of trying to call them, you get connected directly to them live when they call in.
Yeah, we do that. We call it lead assist. And we'll call it, that's what I was showing you earlier. We'll call the leads basically, but you need to call them also. And a lot of the times after you get that live transfer from someone like live transfer leads, you still got to follow up and you still got to do the same process. Even if you get a live transfer, the odds are when you call it back, they're still not going to pick up. So you've got to go through the whole thing again with them.
Yeah. What's the best way to generate leads?
There's multiple ways, right? You want to take that one?
Yeah. The best way to generate leads is the way that you're actually going to work and do the follow-up, right? That's a loaded question. For me, I'm not a door knocker or a cold caller. So I leverage social media, email, and text messaging. So my question would be back, what are you going to show up for? That becomes the question. There's literally hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of ways to generate leads in the world we live in today. You can create content. You can host events. You can create a newsletter. You can buy leads from a variety of sources, some much better than others. You can run ads. You can hire a call center. And the list goes on and on and on. The question becomes is what do you want to do? And what are you going to show up for? Right? That's one of the biggest issues in the real estate business is that a lot of people think there's only one way to do something. Here's your list, sit down and call. And if you're dealing with a more introverted person, that's not going to work. Like this is a people and partners business. So we need to address you, your strengths, your personality, and all of that type of good stuff for what's going to work best for you. But if you're not willing to invest time and effort and sometimes money in the business, it's just not going to move forward.
You guys have a
right.
website?
What was that, Michael?
Website. You guys.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the screen, but it's realty.com, and we've got some links in the chat. But and then you'll have links in the chat you can click. But I'm the CEO over at realty.com. But it's also financial investment, Michael. You got to think that our pricing is dynamic by city. So our smallest cities are between 500 and 1,000 a month and come with a minimum guarantee. Our largest cities, like a Veronica Figueroa or a Gary Ashton or Spring Benson, are 10 to 30,000 a month. And basically with that pricing is you get thousands of leads, you have really large teams, you have NFL, cities. So it's all what your team can handle. So, and if you're spending 500 to 1,000 a month, you got to realize that it might take 6 to 9 months to close a deal. But even if you're spending 5,000 a month, it could still take 6 to 9 months to close the deal. Because either way, you got to be able to pipeline your leads. So yeah, we have products as low as $25 a month and as high as $30,000 a month. So we're a little bit of everything.
Yeah. So Lance, let's just address the elephant in the room real quick since we're talking about costs a little bit. Guys, there's two options. You can have exclusivity with the city or you can have the pro membership. Lance, will you talk to the pro membership a little bit about what that involves and what that investment is?
So years ago, we were super, super strict on we're only going to work with people that buy a city from us. And we built out about $20 million worth of tech. And we built that out. We're like, well, we have the ability to coach. We have the ability to work with people. We have the ability to nurture and nurture sellers and all that good stuff. So we came up with something called I'm going to share my screen, our pro membership. And this pro membership, it starts at $25 a month. And basically, hold on 1 second. I'm just going to bring up one more slide, or not one more slide, one more live page. And basically what it is we work with every brokerage or brokerage agnostic. and it gives you two things that are primary. One, it gives you seller nurturing, and two, it gives you a profile / IDX website on our platform. And what that means is that we advertise, come find your realty.com pro agent today. And we work with other domains like listing.com, texas.com, arizona.com, and with working at estimate.com and working with these domains, we send traffic directly to those pages. And when a lead comes in, it goes in something called a frenzy, and you raise your hand, when you raise your hand as a pro member, that's how you get the lead. So here's my profile. I forward to my website, custom.com, directly to my profile. You've got an about that shows all about us. You've got the markets I own. I have Boca Raton and Pompano Beach. And then I have national search. So if I link this to someone, they can search. And basically with them searching, what it will do is it will continue to track, and I'll be able to see where that lead is going all over my profile, my website. I have a lead generation call to action if I want to buy or sell. So people can generate here. These are my home values. So if somebody types in their address here, it'll bring up their home value and create a lead for you. And then I have automatic AI blogging that will post every couple days, so people think that you're engaged, working and working on your website, keeping in front of your customers, doing all that good stuff. I ain't writing these articles; they're all AI. You could go in and you can kind of edit these articles, and you can choose topics, different things like that, and then a little bit more about my service areas. So the biggest piece to this, though, is we allow you to upload your entire database to be nurtured, and we integrate directly into your CRM. And when you upload your database, it makes it so people raise their hand on the seller nurturing. And at $25 a month, there's nobody that does unmetered seller nurturing like we do. And Ray, if you want to go into that a little bit, comparing it to HomeBot and Fellow.
Yeah, I think there's a couple things to talk about. Number one is the infrastructure that's in place behind realty.com. We're here because we haven't seen anybody with the systems, processes, infrastructure, and scalability that Lance and his team has at realty.com. That's one of the reasons Debbie and I got behind this and are so excited about what it has. Real estate is changing, and a lot of companies are slow to react or respond, depending upon what we're talking about here. This is different. Realty.com is ahead of the curve. They're skating to where the puck is going in real estate. And look, at the end of the day, as agents, you want to have conversations, because those conversations are going to foster connection. That connection is going to lead to conversion. Let the tools do the work for you, to send the emails, to do the follow-ups, to use technology, to leverage AI. That's what this platform is doing. At $25 a month, it's an absolute steal. All of our agents inside our organization are using this tool. Lance, sorry, go ahead, bud.
Yeah. And then, we'll go a little deeper on this, is that we don't compete with the exclusive cities. These have their own funnels. And I continue to make partnerships with other websites, other funnels. If you look at texas.com and listing.com, they're great examples. And then we do targeted advertising for the pro members, not to compete with exclusive cities. And then basically, the more you share this profile, the better it's going to rank, the better it's going to do. So if I go to Google right now myself, and I've got articles about me all over the internet, but if I Google Lance Custon, you'll see I'm the #2 link on here. And then if you look at Bing, I'm the #1 link on Bing, and I bounce between #1 and #2 for my profile. So here I am as #1 on Bing, and it shows on Bing. Here's one of my AI articles right here. So basically, just to have the organic branding, and then on top of that, your listings will be highlighted. So it's not only a branding play for yourself, it's a branding play for your listings. It's a branding play all over the place, basically, for yourself. And then the listings become your listings, because once you have it, your listings will display here. I don't have any listings right here because I'm not an active agent, but you'll be able to push and market your listings, and you'll be able to tell customers that I'm a realty.com pro agent, my listings are highlighted, and eventually, probably by Q1 of next year, on listing.com, all pro members' listings will be highlighted.
I love it. Hey, Shane, are you here? Shane Schaffner, are you with us this morning?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, buddy. Hey, guys, I want to introduce you to Shane. Shane's one of our team members here, and We did an interview this week talking about this platform. Shane, can I pass the mic to you and just walk us through your experience?
Yeah, man. So sorry, let me walk to a quieter place.
It's okay. We don't mind background noise.
All right, I'm back. So, as Raymond was saying earlier, his organization, which I'm a part of, we already have our pro, member accounts. And I am one of the people that received a lead very quickly. And it was a real lead, right? So it came through. I claimed it fast. That's key, right? And I spoke to the guy on the phone once, set up an appointment, and turned out to be a 7-figure listing. I mean, it was just that simple, right? There was nothing. I mean, it was just a real lead, and it was an awesome lead, and that's pretty much my experience.
Shane, were you nervous because it was too easy?
Yeah, I mean, so like because I've been a part of several different, lead generating stuff, and half the time people don't answer, or you call and they're like, I don't even know how you got my number. I've had a few of those. So there's always a little bit of hesitancy, but I mean, it worked, right? I mean, it was super easy. I really didn't do anything but claim the lead, call the guy, and go to the appointment. And now I got a 7-figure listing. And we've already received offers on that listing in the 7 figures that we have turned down. So, not only is it a 7-figure listing, but it's an active 7-figure listing that I'm getting phone calls and offers on. So, yeah,
I love it. Thanks, Shane. Appreciate you sharing with us.
absolutely.
That is a what I'll call, it happens. I see it all the time, but always remember the pipeline. That's what I have to say. So it happens, people do it, people follow up, people are ready to go, because leads are a gamble. It's a good way to put it. Like, even if you put in hard work and dedication, like, you can't control people. This isn't like buying an item that it's going to perform. If you buy a car, it's going to drive, but if you buy a lead, you don't know that person's going to perform.
I love it. Lance, what's something or some things that I'm not asking you that we should be asking you about the platform and how to best leverage it?
If you're a large team, you should go in somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 a month, because you got to fill a team, pick a good city. If you're an individual agent, you don't have the budget, get your profile, come to our coaching sessions, upload your seller nurturing, do all that good stuff. We offer we offer coaching, so you'll be able to come into our coaching sessions and enjoy all that stuff. And then we have guest speakers in a lot of them. With different subjects, from buyer broker agreements, which every broker is just beating a dead horse right now, to cash offer conversions, seller leads, all that great stuff. So we do weekly coaching on the platform. And then additionally, if you're a single agent, you've got a little money, make sure you have that money for 6 to 9 months. If you're going to invest in leads, it's a 6 to 9 month investment. If you're buying leads for month 1 to convert for month 2, it's not going to work. So you've got to have it for 6 to 9 months. So like, we've had a lot of agents over the years that they'll sign up and they'll be like, okay, I'm going to get 20 leads in January, and then to close by February, be like, I have something closed. No, but everybody here should know that's not going to happen. Like, nobody closes a house in a month. That's not how it works, especially these days. So
Love it. All right, guys, I want to give everybody some space for questions or comments or thoughts. Anybody have questions? Anybody have comments?
Yeah, this is Daryl.
Hey, Daryl.
Daryl. Hey, Raymond, thanks for serving our country. We appreciate that. And anybody else. I asked Lance if it's possible he can speak to long tail marketing as opposed to what we see at, say, Kmart or Walmart.
It's
Can you
something more.
address that?
Yeah, it's something more for us, because we have every listing in the nation. and we have millions and millions of POIs and all that stuff. It's something, a niche that we're able to do a little bit on the larger scale than individual agents.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, Terrell, I see your hand up.
Hey, good morning. So I'm in Los Angeles, which is geographically massive. It's unreasonable to think that any one agent could handle Los Angeles in a efficient and service providing mode. So do you section big cities off, or what do you do with all that?
We have talked to large teams in Los Angeles. It's 99 zip codes. It's like, $20,000 a month. We've talked to a couple in the past, but we do have a listing only package in Los Angeles. And we have some other packages that we could work with probably within your budget.
Yeah, it's not even budget per se. It's the being able to respond geographically, because it's just, for me to go even from where I am, and I'm not even at the northern part of the city, but I'm in the San Fernando Valley. I could go further north, but going south, if I was to go right now, it would probably take me 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. We work with teams out there, and usually the larger teams that work cities like that, they have agents that they assign the leads to everywhere. Are you an individual agent or a team?
No, I'm a team, but my team is clustered. It's not, we don't go down to south part of the city.
Yeah.
I mean, we do. I mean, I do. I go everywhere, but that's, like you pointed out earlier, it's like when you're the, head honcho, so to speak, you've got a more time and money vested, so you're more interested. But it's just the reality of driving in Los Angeles, that you have to kind of go with, I'm on an adventure mode, and not everybody goes there. So.
Sure. We could divide up parts of Los Angeles if you had interest. New York and Los Angeles are two that we know are really massive. But if you got a city like Houston, or Dallas, Dallas is one city, Fort Worth's another. Usually someone's willing to go from one side of Dallas or one side of Houston to another. And usually, cities like that, the areas that people want to work and the amount of traffic's usually on certain sides of the city already. So that's the good thing there. So, but we can adjust the package that fits your team.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Yep.
All right, guys, while we're still here, before we start to wrap it up, it doesn't cost you anything to go and complete the form and grab your profile and take a peek at what's actually happening. The next thing I would advise you is to jump on a call with Lance and his team and really understand what the opportunities are for you. We're about to go into fourth quarter, which means a lot of different things for different people, depending upon where you're at in the country. Now is the time to start planning for 2025. And this is a gift to start doing exactly that. Lance, how should we wrap up?
I think you should describe to them how to get to fill out their form. Is it let's see, is that the start here? Advertise that. Yep, that's the right link.
Yep. So I'm going to grab that link real quick, guys. I'm going to drop it again. Make sure that Amber dropped it. Thank you.
Raymond, I have a
on
quick
that link.
question.
Hey, James. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm new to the platform, and I've been out. I had some injuries, and I haven't been able to work for about 4 or 5 months. So, my plan is this year is almost over with. I try to do what I can, but I'm working toward 2025. I'm still trying to understand how your platform or the platform, how do you guys go about promoting the website, or how do I go about promoting the website? Because I'm with a company called LPT. We have a CRM called Lofty. There used to be Chime.
James, I'm very familiar with LPT.
Yeah. So the thing is,
Robert, all of it.
yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out how you guys gonna be able to help me, and I know I gotta help myself promote these new listings.
If you get a listing, if you get a city from us, we integrate directly into your Lofty. We have an API integration, and then basically we don't have a referral fee. So whatever your split between you and LPT is, you pay that. But for us, you just pay for the city, and there are no referral fees. And if you get a profile from us, we still integrate into your Lofty. and we market the website. We get more traffic than LPT does. So basically a good way to put it is that we get, you know, 1 million+ visitors a month through all our channels, and we bring that to the agents that work with us. So basically the broker is your office and we are your marketing, is a good way to put it. And I know
Okay.
LPT, yeah,
Okay.
I know that they, you know, they provide a lot of services, but usually not listing leads.
You provide investor leads?
Well,
Mike, they're the same thing, Michael, basically. The cash offer leads, investor leads, and listing leads, they're basically the same thing.
what about new construction?
It's all, so here's a good way to think about it. If you go to a national platform, you never know who you're going to get. So they could be people looking for new construction. They could be people looking for a resale. They could be first-time home buyers. They could be veterans. They could be any type of lead. It's everyone coming to the national profile. A long time ago, we used to have filters, and our largest agent said, "You don't charge us when we get more leads than you promise, right?" I'm like, "No, there's no extra fee for overage." So they said to take off all the filters. I said, "Well, that's going to make it so the leads don't look as good." They're like, "But yet we get at bat with every single person then." And I said, "That's true. So we give you everything."
Okay. There's the other thing is I live in South Carolina, so I'm near 2 military bases, and I'll just just curious on the marketing because I'm also retired military, and I wanted that to be my niche because people come and go all the time. And sometimes the issue they have is trying to find someone they trust from start to finish.
Yeah, but
So I'll
that's
just look into the marketing.
similar. That's why we do the exclusivity where it's 1 agent per city. Every time they go back and look for more homes, or they fill out a form, or they look for the value, if they're in that city, they see you.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I love it. Lance, Adam, thank you guys
One
for
quick
being here
question.
today.
I have
Yeah,
a quick
we want to wrap
question.
up with questions. Hey, Rita.
Oh, sorry about that. On the actual app, I was just completing it. It says your message. What is, what goes into that box? You mean
And
my public facing message or just a message to the,
let me see, Adam there. Let me see what you guys are talking about. I haven't even clicked the link myself. I'm clicking it now. Just if you want to type us a message, your team size, this, that,
okay.
like any
Okay.
additional.
I was there. I didn't know it was public facing. Thank you.
And then Ray, this link is for that you're sharing is all for city sales. This is not the verified pro member link also.
Can you
Okay,
post the
Adam.
company phone number in the chat?
Oh, what does that mean too? I don't know what that means.
What was the question?
Post the company phone number in the chat.
Yeah, we want to, yep, Adam, if you want to post a phone number in there. Let me see what number. I'll give you a number to one of our reps so we can track it.
And guys,
So
what
it's
we'll
just-
do is we will drop 2 links, one for the city or one here, the profile. I got it right here. I'm going to re-drop it.
Okay.
Yep. So the first link that you guys were all clicking, that is to inquire about an exclusive city with us. The next link is for the Realty Pro membership. I was actually going to share that link also. So basically you could go to realty.com/REARN. And then here you can verify your profile here. And then this is the one where it's free for the first month and $25 after that. I encourage you here, if you can't find your profile, say, help me find my profile. If you've recently moved brokers, or not even recently, if you haven't done a transaction since you've moved brokers, it might show your old broker. Or if you've jumped around to a bunch of brokers, it might show a couple brokers beforehand. And then additionally, we've created template profiles for every agent in the country. So if you don't see it, click help me find my profile. We'll get it created. But as soon as you sign up, select your service areas, upload your photo, share it with friends, start nurturing your sellers, and attend our training. So this is $25 a month. This is the first time you have coaching, you have seller nurturing, you have national search, you have everything included at $25 a month. And if you have any issues, you can feel free to ask, but you can find it by name, your listing, an MLS number, all that good stuff right there. And then once you sign up for a profile, sales will contact you if you're looking for a city or not. Simply if you're not, just say I want my profile. But I know some people are trying to fill out both, but if they want to get that profile set up, validate the pro membership, get our portal login, get the lead frenzy, and when a lead comes in, jump. More and more leads are going to be coming through the portal. As soon as you see that lead alert, jump at it.
I have a question, if that's okay.
Yeah, of
Yeah, go
course.
ahead, Lori.
Yeah.
So I'm on the website and verifying my profile, putting a password in. Do I still, I went in there and I entered all my information on the first, I'm sorry, the first link that you sent. So where do I go from here? I guess I'm confused. Sorry.
There's two. The first link was for exclusive city inquiries, and the second link is to set up your profile. So you basically entered in twice. Is a good way to put it.
Okay.
So Ray and I should have made that a little clearer. This is setting up your pro membership. So basically, that's what I was saying is that now you're gonna have your seller nurturing, you have your national search, and just share these profiles with friends. So
Okay.
basically, share with friends, work with them, and then come to our coaching session. We'll probably have one sometime next week. Like I said, it's free for the first month, and then $25 after that. Once you enter in your credit card, that's when you get unlocked to receive leads.
And so the Realty Pro membership, the $25 a month, I'm looking at this now. Is that one, is it exclusive to an agent, or it can be, it leads go out to different agents?
This is the one, yeah, this is the one where it's kind of for the masses. This is the one where we're partnered with different sites like listing.com and texas.com and arizona.com and other state domains to send real estate traffic. This is our
Okay.
barrier. So this is, you get into our ecosystem, you get to get coached with us, you get leads from us in off those other sites. And then basically you get the national search and you link this to all your friends. Use the QR code, you can forward a domain to this, you get the automatic blogging. I encourage you guys to register a domain, take a domain, forward it to your profile. If you need help registering a domain, we can help you with that too. So if you'd like a custom domain to go to your profile with us, we can work with you on that also.
Okay. And so this 1 year membership paid monthly, $25, that is like basically free for all. Whoever gets it first gets the lead. Is that kind of how it works?
Yeah, entitles you to jump. So the only way you would get your own leads are two different ways. One, you would link say you're on Facebook, or you're on a referral agent site, or you're anywhere you are, you link your profile. When they register there, you own that lead. Or when you upload your sellers and they start raising their hand, okay, I'm looking, that is your lead. So you could get leads three different ways: sharing your profile, nurturing your seller, or jumping for the lead frenzy when a lead comes in.
What is the
Okay.
cost per
And
lead?
then, and then what is, I'm sorry?
Oh, sorry, I heard someone else talking.
Okay, so the $25 a month is the lead frenzy, basically. Now, if I wanted a specific city for myself only, how do I get information on that? Because that's not on this link.
I think you said you already filled out the first link, so someone will be getting in contact with you today. It could
Okay,
be
that
Chris.
I'm sorry. It could be what?
So Chris or Caitlin will probably be the ones trying to call you. If you filled it out, they might be texting and blasting you already.
Okay, nope, nothing yet. Okay, all right, I appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Guys,
What is the cost per lead?
grab your profile. Look, cost per lead is a variable, just like any business. It depends on the opportunity.
Yep. Depends on the look at what you're looking for, all of that stuff. On the profile, leads, there's no referral fee, no charge.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up so we can give your day back. Lance, Adam, thank you guys so much for jumping in. Everybody, make sure you grab the link. I'm going to go ahead and save the chat real quick and upload that file so everybody can grab it. If you don't know how to save the chat, where it says virtual coffee in the chat box, there's three little dots. Click that, hit save chat, and that'll just save a text document for you. But I'm going to go ahead and upload it so you can download it. That will have the links and everybody's contact info. Lance, any last words?
No, just anyone having issues on the realty.com/Return, just fill out, help me find my profile. Like I said, we update when the MLS updates, so the MLS doesn't always update that quickly.
What's the cash seller lead? That seems dangerous. It just says receive a notification when a new seller lead requests a cash offer with a more immediate time frame. What happens if I respond to that lead? I don't have a cash offer.
We can work with you. So what city are you in?
Peyton, Colorado.
I don't know if it's Open Door or Offer Pad, but it's either Open Door or Offer Pad are in Colorado, and then I believe Homeward is too. So once you're a customer, we can either get you with Open Door, Offer Pad, or Homeward. Homeward, we automatically generate the cash offers for you. That's part of our service. So you have a cash offer ready to go with that seller lead in those markets. And then on top of that, I do have another investor that we could try to get that cash offer from too.
Okay, so just come to the training, but right now just click
Yeah,
yes. Okay.
yeah, correct. Like if you need help, you can let us know. We've got a whole support team that's able to work on this.
Okay, and that's part of the training calls too. Okay, probably. All right. Well, thank you.
All right, guys. Lance, Adam, thank you all very much. Everybody, thanks for jumping in, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.